Thanks for joining us today as we discuss the best window material for your home. As always, you can email us and get our free recommended windows list that is specific to your region of the country. Our email is located in the show notes below this video. So before calling up local window companies, you should at least have a solid understanding of the pros and cons of the 5 main window materials. And these are vinyl, wood clad, fiberglass, composite, and aluminum. So which is right for you? That will depend on your budget, the area of the country in which you live, and the features and overall aesthetics that you're hoping to achieve. So let's dive right in. Let's start out with vinyl windows. The majority of US households will probably be happiest with a quality vinyl window. And the key here is the word quality. There are literally hundreds of vinyl window manufacturers, and the truth of the matter is most of them just make okay quality windows. So you want to find a quality manufacturer and combine that with a quality installer. So while vinyl windows aren't going to blow your socks off in terms of the overall aesthetic, they do offer excellent value and energy efficiency. As well, they provide lifetime warranties on the main frame, sash, and many, if not all, of the components. Vinyl windows require virtually no maintenance. They are pretty much plug and play. A couple of vinyl windows that I really like include the Provia Endure, the Softlight Elements, and the Anlin Delmar. There are loads more high-quality vinyl windows, but there are too many to name here. Now let's take a look at wood-clad windows. Undeniably, wood windows are the best-looking material out there. The look of real wood is stunning, and this is the reason why most homeowners want wood-clad windows. However, this beauty comes at a cost, and I think a pretty steep one. First off, wood-clad windows require quite a bit of maintenance in the form of finish, varnish, or oil to keep the windows looking good and not breaking down over time. So you really have to be committed to spending some time and money to periodic upkeep. Additionally, the performance numbers on wood windows are sort of average at best and tend to get quite a bit worse as the window breaks down. Wood is an organic material, and therefore the contraction and expansion over time can really degrade the corner joints. Finally, wood windows can be very expensive, on average roughly 70% more than top-tier vinyl windows. I make this comment on many of our videos, but for those homeowners interested in wood-clad windows, I suggest that you take a look at a top-tier vinyl window with a wood laminate interior. These vinyl laminates used to be, let's say, less than nice looking, but they've come a heck of a long ways. In fact, these days I can't tell the difference between real wood and an interior vinyl laminate until I get, say, within a few feet of the window itself. Okay, so onto fiberglass windows. In terms of looks, fiberglass and vinyl windows are pretty much indistinguishable from one another. Fiberglass is a bit stronger than vinyl, and therefore you can get away with a slightly thinner profile, which really appeals to many homeowners. Fiberglass can be painted, unlike vinyl, which is another plus. Fiberglass windows do pretty well in terms of energy efficiency, although when you compare top fiberglass windows to top vinyl windows, the vinyl ones usually dominate on air infiltration rate and U value. There are, however, some quality fiberglass windows that do quite well in terms of energy efficiency. The real downside to fiberglass windows, as compared to vinyl, is the price tag. Fiberglass windows are going to be on average 30 to 35% more than a vinyl window. This tends to put them out of the reach of most homeowners. A couple of fiberglass windows that I really like include the Marvin Essentials and the windows from the company Inline. Next, we have composite windows. These are typically made with a proprietary blend of, wait for it, vinyl and wood. Although some industry insiders like to joke that it's vinyl and sawdust. Composite window makers will tell you that it's a lot, but I'm not completely convinced of this. They do tend to be quite nice looking though, and often come in that slimmer profile like a fiberglass window. In terms of energy efficiency, they do well, but like fiberglass, they can't seem to touch those truly elite vinyl windows on air infiltration, which measures how much air passes through a window. Now, let's talk price. Composite windows are pretty comparable to fiberglass, so in that 30 to 35% more than top vinyl windows. And again, this is one reason why they tend to be a tough sell for lots of homeowners. Finally, let's talk aluminum. Aluminum windows are used in most commercial buildings for one very good reason. They are incredibly strong, the strongest material on the market by far. Their real downside is their energy efficiency though. Metal conducts heat and cold, which is simply not good for cooling in the summer and heating in the winter. Now, the aluminum windows of today have come an incredibly long way from the ones you had in your classrooms growing up. Still, they are the least energy efficient window material on the market. In terms of residential use, the one place where you might want to consider an aluminum window is in a very hot climate. Houston is a good example of where aluminum windows have a legitimate place in the residential market. Series that I like include the Don Young 8200 and the